Okay guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Alright, so here we are again. This should, famous last words, go faster. Like I said before, you remove the doors first. Then you remove this. And this exposes a light under there, which this light actually comes out and shines here. And then you unscrew those angled panels there and remove all the screws from this bottom, which will be taken out at a later time. Then you pull these things here, which releases this. And if you look there, this is hold on, let me put this down for a second. So you remove these plastic light covers, and then you will remove this lights, and then you go all the way down to the other end. Then you're gonna come back, and here, so here you have these screws here. Some of them are attached with a nut on the other side, and some are not. These you will remove also. And then what that does, these bottom ones are attached to this little frame here, which allows this to come down. Then by removing this, it will allow this to come up. And finally, after you remove this, and this, you'll remove this panel that goes all the way down. And then after that, you will remove this. Now this sucker here is heavy. Now both this and this are all divided into two pieces. The front being the long one and the back being the short one. If you look, anyway, you look around and you have to find the seam. Normally they're located somewhere in here. You locate the seam, remove these screws that are, there's some screws up here. These screws here, the screws on this side and the screws on this side, it will allow this to come down. So you'll take that, take the front one off, and then all that will be left is this, which is attached to the ceiling, and one over there which is attached to the ceiling and the side. It's kind of at an angle. You remove all that and voila, everything's gone. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, right here on both sides you have a motor, squirrel cage motor, that helps in the distribution of the air through these panels that used to be here. There was a panel here for lights, speaker, and air. So that fan over there, let me see if anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but that pushes the air in both directions and allows air to come out through these things. All right, let's get busy and we'll show you how as we go. Okay, so all the doors are off. This are off. The light bulbs, except for one that's trapped behind a panel that I have to grind off. These things are off. Back there. So now what we're going to do is take all these screws you see here off from this side and the other side, and then this will come off, and these panels will come off. All right. Okay, so as you can see, I got a screw in here so it doesn't sag down, but if you take the screws off the bottom, this comes out. This panel gets pushed up. There's a little bit of silicone. I don't know if it's from the factory or someone, but there's a little bit of silicone, so you have to get in here and pry it up. This pops out. This bottom is in this track here and in the track over here, but you slide it to where it's a little bit looser and they come right out. So excuse me, thank you. Right there where Woon is the halfway mark to this here. The halfway mark to this, or not the halfway, but the split is right here. So as soon as we get right there to where Woon is, we'll take off this and we'll remove this. Have to remove these bolts, and this will come down, and then we need to find the split on this, which is probably right there where, oh yeah, right here. No, that's not it.
We cannot see.
Oh yeah, it is right here. Okay, so as you can see, here is the split. So once we take all of this out going this way, then we can remove these things here, and all this will be out with the exception of that top rail and the one right there that goes along the bottom there. So we'll start taking this off, and this will be off all the way to here, and then we'll just continue down the road and see what we do, because this here is really heavy and it's in one piece from this split here all the way down. So yeah, and to remove that, like I said before, you remove here, you have 2 screws here and 2 screws here, and this will flop down. But you got to be careful because it is heavy. So you take out this little piece here, and on the other side we took off the front end, which is the long one, and boy, that dropped down and hit me in the leg, and it hurt.
Oh, and
So-
this side is longer on that side.
Yeah, and this, yeah, that's right. And this one here is a little bit longer because the bathroom is here. So this will actually be a little bit
Heavier.
longer, a little bit heavier. So yeah, you got to be careful when you take out this. These other ones are not so heavy, but this front one, it is. All right, we'll show you in a bit. Okay, let's see if anything else is hanging on. So let's bring this, let's see if we can bring this down. Don't move so fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this actually splits here, but it can come down in one piece. This is very light. Yeah, let's try it.
Okay.
Where's the... Alright guys, so it's time for lunch now. And as you can see, this portion is all gone. The only thing that's remaining is this upper bar and this back bar. But we'll take that off once we take the remainder of this. And as I told you before, you have this split in here. Now this is one piece all the way to the front. But what we'll do is we'll continue to take this off. We will take all these screws to remove this. We'll take all these screws up here on top, right there, to remove this, and we'll take all these screws to remove this, and a little bit of grinding, because it does have, like for example here, it has some rivets, and then this you have to get in here with a screwdriver and break it apart, because it's got a silicone that's hanging onto it. So yeah, and then as we remove all these screws, this thing kind of drops down and allows this to come off. Yeah, so better than this side over here. This side took 3 days to slowly take it apart and find out what went first and so on and so forth. But now that we know, as you can see, lunchtime, and pretty much half of it's gone. A little bit over half, but yeah. So by this afternoon, God willing, we'll have the rest of it off, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, let's go eat lunch. And one thing I didn't say is I was enjoying it so much, but there's this portable 12,000 BTU air conditioner that is hooked up here, and it fits through a little driver window. And let me tell you, this thing is a lifesaver. It'll take a while to cool off completely, because we started this thing probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock maybe. And the metal was really super hot, so it'll take a while to warm this up. So I want to thank my nephew David.
Yep, David saved our life.
Yeah, he bought this thing here, and he let us use it. So it is a lifesaver.
We can work all day like this.
Yeah, 1,000% difference.
Yeah.
Yesterday you walked in here and it was like an oven. Right now it's very, very tolerable. You don't feel all heat stroked and dizzy and stuff. So yeah. All right, let's go eat one.
Okay.
Okay, one. Almost there.
Yep, we take all the stuff here.
Yeah, all we have
All
left
the-
is this.
Bucket.
All we have left is this metal here, and the one here on the side, and that will probably take an hour. But as you can see, when you know what you're doing, because you hit and miss on the first one, it's very quick, and there was no struggle with weight or slamming, breaking windows or anything like that. So piece by piece off it went, and there it is. Both sides are gone, with the exception of this and that right there, which we're gonna drink some water and start on that. All right. Okay, one is busy removing all these little screws here, so we can remove this. It's all one piece there.
Oh, over there is for us.
Okay, I'm coming. And I'm removing all these wires. There's a whole bunch of them down there at the bottom that go connected to that right there. So let me get busy, and we'll have this thing out of here in no time. Alright guys, so there it is. The wire is down below. It's all been removed. The top rail, the side rail, everything is out. All we need to do now is get this off the bus, and
Maybe turn off the air.
that's it for the day.
So
All right,
put
guys,
this-
we'll see you tomorrow. See you. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย